know this. Parents forced to give up their children, sending them away, not knowing if they'll ever see each other again.
Today we presented a performance of My Heart in a Suitcase at Mifflin Middle School in Columbus. And it was a terrific performance, followed up by a presentation by George Cronenberg, who is a survivor. He's a survivor of the Kindertransport, and did a terrific job telling the students about his life and his experiences as a kind, as somebody who survived that event that was portrayed on stage during the show. My Heart in a Suitcase is based on the book by Anne Lehman Fox, who was a woman who grew up in Berlin, didn't quite grow up in Berlin. She left when she was 12. On the Kindertransport, her parents had to make the decision in 1938 that she was safer going to England than staying in Germany. So she did leave, never saw her parents again, like 10,000 other Jewish children from Germany, Czechoslovakia, and Hungary who have the same story.
Well, I'm here today to speak about my life of having been on the Kindertransport, and I find it very important to tell my story. I've done it for a number of years now, because we're all getting older, and this story has to be kept alive. I tell you, it brings back a lot of memories, and it puts me back when I was a little kid of 10 years old, being 10 years old and hearing all the windows being broken, and in the morning my father being arrested by the Nazis, and then coming back to my home later and see everything destroyed, all the furniture, everything that was in the apartment being stolen. I mean, it had a terrible impact on my life, because during that period, in the beginning, we were able to correspond with my parents. They were sent to a concentration camp called Theresienstadt, and we were able to. They wrote to us through Red Cross in Switzerland, and on a sheet of paper, 25 words, just to let us know they were okay. And we were able to answer on the same sheet of paper on the reverse side, 25 words, just to let them know that we were okay too. This went on for a while, until all of a sudden the mail stopped coming. And then we found out much later that my parents were sent to Auschwitz, and they were murdered in Auschwitz. So from the time we left Germany, we were 10 years old, we never saw parents again. And so that's another reason that I do what I do.
Somebody said to me, George, why are you doing this? This was 70 years ago. Well, I tell them it's far more important now, because there is so much hatred in the world, and I think that we should try to understand one another and respect one another,